Today we're going to do a demonstration on our paint sticks. Our paint sticks have a cap. Please do not lose the cap. Make sure it sits on your table, it doesn't roll on your table, or put it in your shopping basket so you don't lose them. Just like a glue stick, twist the bottom of the paint stick so that more of the paint stick comes out of the tube. Do not twist them all the way out because that little paint will fall out of the tube and we do not want that to happen. These paint sticks are pretty expensive, so please take care of them. When you put the cap on, make sure you put it on all the way so it snaps. Let's do some experimenting with our paint sticks. Now, paint sticks glide on really smooth. They dry within 90 seconds. So when I just put it down, when I rub it with my fingers before the 90 seconds are up, I can spread it and I can feel it's wet. But after a few seconds, it's dry. This one is like a darker green. Okay, very smooth. Let's see what happens when we blend paint sticks together. So here's my blue, and when I go over the yellow, it does mix into a green. However, not all the colors mix really well. So it doesn't exactly make a nice bright purple, but it does change the shade a little bit. Let's do the pink over the yellow. So it does change the color slightly for that as well, making a light orange. So it makes a slightly different color. A neat trick to do with the paint sticks is sgraffito. So we did this with the oil pastels before. So this is how it works. I'm going to take some of this yellow and I'm just going to make a big splotch. Then I'm going to take some of this black and go right on top of my yellow. And remember, it dries within 90 seconds. So if you're going to do this technique, you have to work really fast. Then you can scratch into the first layer to expose the layer behind. So that is called sgraffito. The reason I did black on top is because I know I wanted the yellow to show through. Let's try it with a different color. Let's do a darker background. Let's do red. And then let's see what happens if we put yellow on top of the red. And then if we scratch into that, you can still see some of the red behind, but because the yellow doesn't really overpower the red, it doesn't make this kind of effect where there's lots of contrast. Because yellow is lighter than black, so you want to put the lighter color underneath, the darker color on top, so that you can scratch into the darker color to reveal the lighter color behind. Put this purple on top of the pink. And then I scratch into it. I'm using the back of a paintbrush. Then again, it works better this way with the lighter color underneath and a darker color on top. Remember, you'll have to scratch into it quickly because after 90 seconds, it'll dry. Okay. Now let's try using some stencils. Green as my background layer. And then lighter color underneath, darker colors on top. I'll put this blue on top with this stencil. Okay, so I'm just going to lay some of it down like that, and then I'm going to use my finger. While it's wet, I'm going to smudge around. So this could get a little messy for you, but I'm going to smudge around the blue while it's wet and then pull off my stencil to create a pattern like that. I hope you give our paint sticks a try. They're very good use to fill in a large space. They have bright colors and they're really fun to use. Happy art making!